we open up our box to make sure all components are included. This means remote, receiver, and a packet of instructions. Checking to make sure we have our LED lights, constant voltage power supply, in this case a plug-in adapter, and any other necessary accessories such as a female LED adapter splice cable. Reading, reviewing, and understanding all the instructions that came with the attribute color controller before doing anything else. Using the Phillips head screwdriver, we open up both lids to the receiver. Using our number 2 flathead screwdriver, we install our LED tape light to one side and our low voltage power connection on the other. Keep in mind the LED lights should be color coded or have an appropriate indicator to match the correct terminals. Power up the receiver and insert 3 AAA batteries into the remote control. Press the power button to wake the remote control and look for the indicator light. Locate the learning key on the attribute receiver and quickly press and release the button. Immediately start scrolling your finger around the color wheel on the remote control and the lights will begin to blink and flash. Be sure to scroll around the color wheel or use the RGB and, if applicable, W to make sure all the colors are present and accounted for. If one is missing or more than one is not showing up properly, go back to the receiver and check your wiring for your LED lights. To activate the pre-programmed dynamic modes, reference the dynamic mode chart found on page 2 of the attribute instructions. You'll find the 10 active modes plus an additional mode to shut off all lights. To use the dynamic mode, locate the dynamic mode button on the remote control found on the bottom right corner. Press and release the button. The last dynamic mode that was being used will activate. To change to a new pattern, press and release the button again and a new pattern will begin. Use the dynamic mode chart to identify which pattern you're currently viewing. To change the speed of the pattern, press and hold the dynamic button until the desired speed is reached. If you've gone too far, release the button and perform the press and hold process again. To change the brightness level of the LED lights, locate the RGB brightness button found on the bottom left of the remote. Similar to the dynamic mode button, press and hold to adjust the level of brightness of the lights. If you've gone too far, simply release the button and perform the press and hold process again. To save your favorite solid color settings, the attribute color controller allows you to save up to 2. First, you must dial in your favorite color, either using the color wheel or using the R, G, B, and W keys to dial in the specific color. Be creative when choosing the correct settings. Once the ideal color combination is found, press and hold the S1 key. This will save the color setting to this key. To test, press a random color on the color wheel followed by the S1 key. The color should return to your favorite setting. If there is an additional color setting you'd like to save, use the S2 key to save your second favorite color. This is the fundamental setup for the attribute color controller. Start playing with the buttons to discover the different functions of the remote. Try to dial your favorite custom color for the ideal setting.